Sweet. Take it away, Scorsese.
615 boys, that's my logo. You already know, though. It's PBS and Nation Gang. My niggas getting dodo. Pussy niggas, photos, fucking homos looking so-so. Fucking shot is slow-mo, haters salty like a dobo. So we get loco. Hit them cash and so no. You rap it, then we live it, cause we solely on the promo. We catch it, ready to blast it. Bitches, why you acting sassy? Can't stop it and I won't stop. Catch, I'm dead to your ass. You shiny seats for stash it. Man, shit, I'm so flashy. Shit, out your ass, God damn it, I'm just speaking cash shit. Haters keep them shaking like they mama's name was cash it. Fathers always rap, breakfast pay. I'm street bastard. Sorry, I don't claim you. That's just what the same thing. You went down with Dream Team.
All right, what's up? Welcome back, everyone, to another fantastic wrap-up show from Top Rope Wrestling Talk. This time for, of course, Takeover in your house, which was a damn good show.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
I'll give them that. I can't front. It was beautiful. I am once again joined by the founder, the high-class one. MJF just wishes to this day he was as fly as this man.
Yes, he does.
Damn, that felt good.
Yes, I am.
And of course, you know me. I'm the one and only, the greatest champ that ever stepped foot in this bitch, the South Philly Psycho. I'm down. Hey yo. And we had a great pay-per-view. We had a big turnout for our forums, and now that all the dust is settled and EO is the new champion, I know I'm getting ahead of myself, but that shit got me hyped. I got to get into our prediction form, because we are also, this will be on YouTube, but we're broadcasting live from our Facebook group. And if you don't know yet, it's Top Rope Wrestling Talk. Search it out. Invite. On Facebook. Search us out. Invite. Come chat. Come chill. We're good.
Join us.
We got a great group, y'all. Like, there's a lot of groups with a lot of Muppets out there. This is not one of them.
No.
So let me get my sound down, because I want to make sure I can keep up on the comments too. All right. And there's Brian. Hey, what's going on, Brian? Good to see you survive Takeover. I know you were in the thread with us. Thanks for sticking around. We got a couple of people showing up to begin with, so I guess we're just going to start, and we're just going to announce these champions, and then we're going to go into a wrap-up. So we'll start from the bottom, and bottom means you were top 5. So congratulations, because you're all getting championships. You're all winners. So we're going to start from tag team. We're going to work our way up. The new NXT tag team champions after Takeover are none other than Top Rope's own Evil Evan, which is good. We gotta have someone repping the admin team. You know, the show team, the host, the horseman. So it's good. More gold for the horseman. I'm happy about that. And Adam H. I don't want to say his full name, because, like I said, this might go on YouTube, and I was afraid if I just said Adam, the wrong guy might get the wrong idea. No, it was not you. You did not win. Adam H., you are the co-holder of the tag team championships with Evil Evan. Congratulations, guys. We'll see you wherever the next Takeover is. I have no clue.
Never.
Then we have the North American champion, which was basically third place. And that's none other than David W. Again, not trying to use last names, just in case I didn't get a chance to ask. I just jumped on. So congratulations, David. You are the new North American champion. Yay!
Hell yeah, man.
And we actually had a tie for the top. But we had a tie between a female and a male. So number one, an NXT Women's Champion is none other than my wife, Kathy.
Yes.
Oh shit, yes. She's back there. I didn't even know she came out.
I heard that.
She was putting DJ to sleep, and I thought she was back there with him reading him a story. All of a sudden, just hear, yes! I'm like, it's okay, boo boo. Yes, congratulations. You were tied for first, and you are the new NXT. Well, not even new, because you had it coming in, so you defended your title.
Yeah.
You, me, and maybe 3 other people are the only ones that have ever defended a title in 2 years. So congratulations on that. And tied for number 1 happens to be a male, so he happens to be NXT champion, and I think it's his first champion, and he's watching along with us right now. Congratulations, Brian! What's going on, man?
Congratulations.
You are and new NXT champion, and that is undisputed.
Yes.
So thank you, everybody, for putting the forums in, for sticking around, and going through the discussion thread with us, and then popping back in here as I see our numbers starting to come up. Much appreciated. I know it's a long night. At least it wasn't as long as WrestleMania, though. So,
Right? Actually, we were done before 10.
Right? I might actually get to bed at a decent time. I don't know what I'm gonna do with myself.
That was a really short pay-per-view.
It was, but it didn't feel short. Like it was it sucked you in.
But no, you're right. But doesn't that feel really short for a takeover? Like Takeover usually has solid 15 to 20-minute matches all the way through.
For a takeover, maybe they usually get about 3 hours or so, depending on the card. But again, I think that's where WWE is going these days, because Money in the Bank was like 2.5 hours. We're out. Takeover, 2.5 hours. We're out. I think they finally got tired of listening to people say, like, your pay-per-views are too long.
Brian just said birthday last Monday. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Brian.
And new champ tonight.
And
you're welcome. You earned it, man.
Yeah, thank you. You earned it. You filled out the form. You picked them all. You got the tiebreakers. You are the champ, baby. Congratulations.
Robert, Takeover was awesome.
Yeah, Takeover was great, Robert. If you can check it out, definitely find a way to do it, because it was great. It was wonderful all the way through. Let's see. Since you have the comments up, I'm going to go back to this, and I guess we'll just do, what's become kind of a tradition when we do wrap-up shows or kind of recap things, and we'll go into a lovely segment we like to call the good, the bad.
I was gonna say, even Brian said it felt short. He said felt pretty damn short.
Oh, okay. All right, so now that's good. Now we got that in. We're gonna go on. We're gonna move on to the good, the bad, and the ugly. And I'll start with high class, since I've been yakking for a few minutes here. What was your good from Takeover in your house? Like the number one, because I know there were probably a few.
Oh, there was definitely a few. The good, I will actually have to give it to that 6-woman tag. It was actually pretty good. Like it was good. It was better than I thought it was going to be, and I figured that's what would happen.
Yeah, I kind of saw it going in a different way, but I was wrong. I'm happy to be wrong, because I'm not a huge fan of like Dakota, especially. Raquel, I'm like meh, and Candice, I don't know.
I love the new character.
I want to like her, and then every time I see her, I'm just like meh. They were like team meh.
Yeah,
so I didn't really want them to win. I just figured they would, because as you said on the kickoff, heels do it better. But I was glad the way it turned out. It was pretty good. I have to say, like, my good immediately, because I'm still excited about it, is Io Shirai taking home the women's championship.
Yeah.
I mean, she's done so much, gone head to head with everyone, come so close. So to get that moment and hold that title up, I don't know how long it's going to last, but it was nice to finally see, after everything she's been through, it turning heel and kind of getting, pushed back, because like Rhea took over and then Charlotte came in and she was just kind of an afterthought. It's nice to see her get back into that spotlight, because she damn well deserves it.
Absolutely.
So congratulations, Io.
Well, that, and she was starting to leave, but
well, yeah, but I mean, she had done that a while back now.
And that was when they turned her heel.
Mm-hmm. And they still hadn't really pushed her or done much with her. And then all of a sudden this came up, and you kind of thought, like, all right, well, either Charlotte's just going to keep being Charlotte, or Rhea's going to win, so we get a rubber match with her and
Yeah.
Charlotte. But I don't think there really weren't a lot of people, even in our prediction forums, who had picked her.
I think there was like 7.
Maybe out of everyone, and for good reason, because you just figured, well, yeah, she won the contract, but she's just kind of filler for until we get to a bigger pay-per-view or a big four or something like that, and we'll get Charlotte versus Rhea again. But I was glad they did this. I'm very excited for her. I love Io with a passion. My wife is technically the new Io Shirai of Top Rope Wrestling Talk. I'm sure that makes her happy. I'm waiting to see if I hear anything in the background now.
What's up, Peter?
It certainly does. Oh man, my feed stopped working when I switched back to it. There we go. Hey Peter, what's going on, man? Peter. Even Robert's like, wait, whoa, Io's the champ? Yes.
Yeah, I saw that.
She is.
Yep, it happened.
And he also said that Charlotte doesn't have a lot to prove, and she really doesn't. I mean, she's what, like an 11-time champion now? Like, she really doesn't have a whole hell of a lot to prove. I'm wondering if they'll kind of keep her with the NXT roster, get her back in that title picture, or if they're just going to move her, to like somewhere else. Like, I know you had said earlier she has to kind of take up for where Becky left off, and so maybe she'll get in the picture with Asuka. I'm almost wondering, because she had that little mini beef with her too before Takeover, like a few weeks back, if she'll maybe get in the mix with Bayley.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
And poor Sasha is just sitting there like, you guys were like my weed carriers at one point,
And now she's tag team champ again.
Yay.
So we're digressing totally away from In Your House right now.
We really are. At least we're still talking about NXT alums.
Yeah.
We're on kind of the track. We're like one wheel off. We haven't fully derailed yet. If we start talking about another promotion, then we've derailed. So I think we're good.
Even Peter said that she needs to go back to Raw or SmackDown.
Yeah. And Brian said, as long as Charlotte doesn't win that belt, I'm happy. So I'm happy for Io. Yeah, it's kind of I think that was kind of the mindset coming into this. Like, anybody that takes that belt from Charlotte, I'm gonna be happy about.
Yeah.
And if I'm wrong, you guys can clearly chime in and tell me, in our comments here as we roll. And if you have any questions or any moments from the pay-per-view, drop them in. We'll be happy to throw them in as we go. Now, moving on, what was your bad moment from Takeover in your house, Brucey?
Honestly, probably the back brawl.
The backlot brawl. Yeah. I was going to say the same thing.
It was filmed cinematically. I mean, it was a good match, but like, they're killing the cinematic matches now. Like, they're
it definitely was
destroying it. They're overplaying it. They're overhyping it. They're overdoing it. It's almost like they're trying to kill it. So whenever someone else uses it, it's like, okay.
Oh, here we go again. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
It just, again, I hate to bring it up because it's from another promotion. So everybody just take a deep breath and bear with me, okay? But it just felt like it was NXT's kind of knee-jerk reaction to the Stadium Stampede a week or two ago.
Yeah, it could be. It could be.
Like, oh, you came out with this, and now we got to come back with this. And it doesn't
How
really...
about Charlotte as AEW's women's champ? That was Robert's question.
Well, Robert, it would take a lot to get that to happen, but I wouldn't mind seeing it.
She, at this point, honestly, the only thing left for her is to leave and go other places. If she wants to be considered the greatest women's wrestler ever, and she really means that, and it's just not WWE talk, she needs to go to New Japan, or not New Japan, but what's the company they just bought? Stardom.
Stardom.
She needs to go to Stardom. She needs to go to friggin' AEW. She needs to go to these places if she literally wants to be considered the greatest wrestler ever.
I hear you, but I think she's also quite content with like making a damn good paycheck and pulling in
Absolutely.
these titles left and right, because she never seems to be very far from the title picture. Even you know, after she lost to Bailey with the Money in the Bank, she was in title contention. She pulls this NXT title, you know, at WrestleMania, and people were actually is mad the word for it? Because it seemed like more than mad when she beat Rhea at WrestleMania. And so this kind of made up for it. But like, she's still going to be in the title picture there. She's still going to be one of the top women on any roster, if not all three, because she really has been working all three since she won this title. So I think she's kind of happy where she's at. My bad was definitely the backlot brawl. I mean, you had such, you know, you've seen him over and over, time and time again. You know, Adam Cole and Velveteen Dream are tremendous wrestlers. If you're gonna use a gimmick match, it's usually to either, you know, protect somebody who's getting older, like they did at WrestleMania with John Cena and The Undertaker, or it's to just cause something wild and crazy and chaotic, like the Stadium Stampede did.
Yeah.
This did neither one of those two things. Like, these guys are not old and over the hill and needing to be protected. This was not over the top and chaotic. It had a few moments.
Yeah.
Those moments, I think even Mauro Ranallo referred to them, like those moments you kind of saw in ECW in like the mid 90s. So it wasn't like you were sitting there going, "Oh my God!" You were just like, "Really?" It didn't feel right, but you know, and again, I kind of find like my theory to be accurate that if Velveteen Dream had not gotten knee deep into some allegations and had a current investigation pending, he probably would not have lost that match.
Robert makes a very good point, and I kind of agree with him. Let me grab my phone, get a little closer to me.
Oh, is this the one where he says,
if it's a backlot brawl, I still hold Piper versus Goldust as a standard? Absolutely. And we talk about that match numerous times on here.
yeah, we brought it up in the kickoff show, because that was like the last backlot brawl they had, and they even had it like with the on the backdrop of the OJ Simpson chase with the white Bronco and everything, and that was good. That was funny. It was, you know, it was dramatic. It was chaotic. You hadn't seen anything like it. It was kind of, you know, spliced together, but it was also a long time ago, so that was really all they could do. But at the time, you thought, "Wow, this is pretty cool." At least I did when I was a kid, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's definitely the backlot brawl to end it all. I hate to bring up a stupid gimmick that they used on Raw, but that really is. Let's see. Oh, Peter said he liked the Dexter kidnapping. Yeah, I like that too. I did like that moment. That was cool. But the rest of it was just kind of, you know, and I'm trying to think of one. I don't know if I have it, but I'll see if Brucey does. Do you have an ugly moment from In Your House?
And it's not that it was a bad match or it was horrible or like it. There was nothing like ugly about the match. It was the squashing of Ciampa. Like that right there.
That was ugly.
That right there is like the only. Don't get me wrong, Karrion Kross is a friggin' beast. I said it in the thread. Like, I've only seen all his earlier stuff. Like, he's evolved. Dude's amazing.
He really is,
and he's gonna fit that role perfectly. He needs to keep that same entrance every time he comes out, because that was awesome.
Yeah. Oh no, that's pretty much his par for the course entrance from what I've seen on NXT so far. Scarlett definitely upped her outfit game a little bit tonight.
Yes.
Oh my, I need that fan to get on high now, because whew, it's hot. Is my wife still behind me? I can't tell. I might be in trouble. Hey, did you think Scarlett was hot? Yeah. But yeah, that was definitely an ugly moment. I don't even know if I want to call that ugly in a bad way.
It's not. It's no, and that's what I was trying to say. Like, it's not ugly in like a bad way. It was just ugly because that's not what should have happened.
No, but it also goes back to when we talked about we had a question from a fan on Twitter who asked us, how would we book like the first feud with Karrion Kross, and we all
Yeah.
gave title matches to
Mhm.
Karrion Kross, like feuds with champions, because we thought he was on that level. Him coming in and squashing the Blackheart the way that he did, proves that he's on that level.
Yes.
So while he didn't come in and immediately get like a shot at Keith Lee or Adam Cole or something, he proved like you could put me in the ring with these guys today and I'll run over them.
Mm-hmm.
So it was ugly, but ugly in a good way. My ugly was more of in a bad way, just because I'm kind of tired of seeing it. And if you remember, there was a point in that 6-man match or 6-woman match, I'm sorry, where I forget who, I'm trying to remember who it was, but somebody was about to come off the top rope and everybody's on the floor and they do that whole let's huddle up and hug until she
Yeah.
flips so we can catch her thing. Like, they're not fighting, they're not brawling, they're not pulling each other's hair, they're just all kind of bunched together with their
Yeah.
arms
They're
around each
waiting.
other.
They're
And they're
waiting.
waiting for like that trust fall moment. Just
Yeah.
we got you, girl. I don't care if it's women, men, anything in general. If you're gonna have those kind of spots, at least make it look like you're unaware that person is about
It's
to come off
coming.
the top rope. Suspend that belief, because otherwise you just look like crash test dummies waiting there, like
Mm-hmm.
and we don't need that. We just don't. There's no like I of course obviously we know this is kind of a scripted combat, but at the same time, like, you just don't need to be standing there waiting for somebody to fall on you. That's not even I don't know what that is. I don't know what to call it. Muppetry is what it is. Waka waka.
Brian cracks me up. Like, he's talking about Scarlett, and he said she should stay on NXT. I would never trust crazy ass Vince with knowing how to use Scarlett on Raw or SmackDown.
No. I'm not even sure Scarlett will ever get in the ring and
She
find.
should. She's actually good.
No, I agree. But if they don't put her in the ring and they just leave her as this valet, like this new age kind of woman type,
Yeah.
second coming, I'm totally
I'm
cool
okay
with
with
that.
it. Mm-hmm.
I'm totally
Absolutely.
cool
So
with
am I.
that. Oh crap! Do you still have the comments up?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, because mine just took a shit. So if you can see the comments, then we're all good because we'll get them in that way. Okay, cool. Plus, I can go back to the soundboard, which is even cool. But yeah, if they want to build her as like a strict valet, and they don't want to put her in the ring, and they want to kind of make her just Cross's like demonic dominatrix type, escort out to and whatever. I'm good with that.
I think she'll be using like a Selena Vega type role. Like,
Yeah.
she valets 90% of the times, and then like battle royals and a match here and there.
Yeah, they both rock the patent leather, so I'm okay with it. No, that's the perfect thing. Like, I know Zelina gets in the ring from time to time.
Robert said Vince would use Scarlett like Sable.
Yeah, no, please no. God, no.
I don't think Mr. Cross would appreciate that.
No, not at all. No, Cross would be mad as hell.
I would not want to be on that man's bad side.
No, I can imagine it's not a good place to be. I mean, there are a few people I don't want mad at me in this world, and Cross is one of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was but yeah, just stop with the damn trust falls. I don't care if it's AEW, NXT, WWE, whatever. Just cut that shit out.
Yeah.
There were some great matches on this card. Like, I loved Finn Balor and Damian Priest. Bonus ugly. Those pants Priest were rocking.
Oh my God! What the fuck?
It may have even been PETA who had said it in the thread, but he was like, I think he stole Ripley's pants from WrestleMania. And I was like, yeah, it kind of looks like he did.
Dude, like, I think those pants ruined that match for me.
They almost did, but it was still so good. Like
It was.
that shot that Finn gave him when he was on the apron and he just fell backwards onto the ring steps, and you heard that like,
Oh,
oh,
that was nasty.
oh, that was brutal. I was like, oh
You
my
know he's
god.
gonna be sore in the morning.
Some of those spots like were just crazy, like that stair spot, and then EO coming off the top of the house
I
and
knew something like that
crossbody,
was
and
gonna happen.
like Rhea and Charlotte. That was amazing.
I honestly thought Dream was gonna drop the elbow from the top of the truck.
I did too. Well, I thought he was getting the ladder so he could like make his way up into the monster truck and climb to like the roof of it and just come off on Adam Cole. But then when he got on the ladder and it's like 2 feet above the car, you're like,
And
okay,
it's a straight down drop. He doesn't have it positioned where he jumps out. It's like straight down.
right. And then as soon as you heard the horn blowing, you knew it was Undisputed Era, and you're like, okay, here we go again. It would have been much better too, by the way, if Loomis would have just thrown them like in the back of that monster truck and drove off
Yeah, he didn't.
instead of chucking them in their own car.
He didn't fulfill the picture.
Yeah, he almost fulfilled the high class prophecy.
You know, I think the reason why is because Kyle O'Reilly wasn't there. Because if he had 3 of them, he couldn't fit all 3 of them in that trunk. He'd have to put them in the back of the truck. I don't know where Kyle O'Reilly was or what happened.
Yeah, he hasn't been around for a while. I don't know if he just took off like after
he
the
was
whole.
he was in the limo video where they took Adam Cole to the restaurant for 365 days of being champ and all of that stuff.
But I mean, he hasn't been on like NXT TV lately, so I'm wondering if he's one of those guys that just said, "COVID, I'm staying home. Fuck that."
Yeah,
you know.
that could be it. Thank God they don't have a title to strip off of him.
Right. That's another thing that I'm trying to like. It doesn't seem like Sammy getting stripped was a work, and we heard all the reports of Vince getting mad at Roman Reigns for deciding to stay home instead of getting into a title match at WrestleMania. My whole question is, why would WWE tell these guys they have the option and say, basically like, no heat, stay home, do what you want, be safe, be with your families.
That's
And
what
then
it
when
was
they
at the
do,
beginning.
but then when they do, you strip them of titles, you start complaining, and immediately those guys draw heat. So if you were gonna, why'd you give them the option?
Yeah.
You look just as bad being pissy over it as you do saying it's mandatory that you show up. So I don't get why they would put it, because the way they did it, it makes you look hypocritical, and then it makes you look just as dumb. Because it's dumb to say it's mandatory for you to come, but it's also dumb to say you can stay home if you want, no heat, and then strip people of titles and get pissed at them, and all this other stuff. So just say it's mandatory. At least then you don't look like hypocrites.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna look like assholes either way. Just skip one,
Yeah.
And can we take a moment now that I've gotten that out off my chest? Can we take a moment and discuss some of these like throwback commercials and Todd Pettengill? Oh my God.
Ico Pro was probably my favorite.
I love the ice cream bars. Like as soon as they saw them, I was like, I want ice cream. Fuck. Even in the thread, I was like, somebody bring me ice cream. And my brother was out because he'd work and he saw it and he actually stopped at Dairy Queen and brought me a fucking sundae. I was like, dude. Because they kept playing that ice cream sandwich commercial. And I was like, fuck, I really want ice cream. Damn you, NXT. And then my brother shows up and he's like, here, I got you a sundae from Dairy Queen. I was like, oh, thank you.
How pissed off does that make CM Punk?
What, did I get ice cream?
No, that they've got the ice cream bars out now.
Oh, that they joked about the ice. I don't know if they're really going to be out or if that was just like a takeover throwback commercial. Wait a minute, Kathy has something to say. What are you saying?
Hang on, I'll look it up.
Kathy says, hang on, I'll look it up. We still have a stat girl.
Hey, yes. So the guys in the chat room were telling me that O'Reilly's actually a diabetic.
Oh, yeah.
And that's pretty much why he's staying home right now. From what I'm understanding. I'm not going to go through and read every comment, but that's what is being said.
No, that makes total. That I've heard that before, and it kind of skipped my mind. So thank you. See, these group members we got, man, they're very knowledgeable. Even if they're just googling, like they'll tell you what's going on, man. I love these people. Like Facebook is where it started, and that's where we come back to because that's where it's at. But yeah, just and Todd Pettengill talking about the merch and then giving the 900 line. Oh my God, I was laughing my ass off. Oh wait, I forgot. Modern technology has killed the 900 numbers. So we're gonna go to our social medias. We're gonna go to our Instagram, our Twitter, and my favorite AOL chat. You see DX, you see Shawn Michaels, a Road Dogg, and Triple H with glasses on, like kind of staring at banging on the computer, banging on an old school computer. Oh my God, I was cracking up laughing. Like they need to do this more than once. I hope this isn't just like, okay, we did it in your house, we're done. They need to do this again.
Once a year. Oh, once a year. Like
yeah, like a once a year thing.
Like War Games.
Exactly. That would be beautiful because it was so funny. It was pulled off so well. I even if I could get another bonus ugly moment, Johnny Gargano locking the front door and then sticking it down his panties.
He really wrestled the whole match with keys right in his junk. Like
right next to his
How
junk.
did he not like stab himself?
I don't know. There had to be some chafing in the least.
Minus the chafing and the keys and the junk, that was probably my match of the night.
It was a good match. The only problem, and I said something like this in the thread because all of a sudden I must have got like possessed by classy Freddie Blassie. But I said there is no way that this pencil neck geek could hang with Keith Lee this long, ever. I don't care if his hands hurt. I don't care if you gouge out one of his eyes. Look at him and look at you. That was the only thing that kind of had me. I still loved it. I thought it was a good match, but it was the only thing that I got kind of upset about. Was the fact that like Johnny Gargano is probably maybe my size, maybe not even as tall, maybe the same weight. I know for a fact that no matter what, like even in my prime, I'm not lasting that long with Keith Lee. Like nobody does.
But I mean, he still has to live up to Johnny Takeover, and that's what they let him do.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, going back to your point, I now I could see CM Punk being mad because, you know, where are my ice cream bars and that kind of stuff. I almost forgot about that line because it's been so long.
Yeah.
He's been around. It's also been a while since we could mention CM Punk without somebody melting down. So, but yeah, I would expect some angry tweets in the next 12 to 18 hours.
Yeah.
Is this like their way of enticing CM Punk to come to NXT? Like, look, we've got ice cream bars.
Or to piss him off because he signed with Fox and not them.
Well, that's what I mean. Is that like how they get him under contract? Look, you can have an ice cream bar. See, we have one right here with you on it. All you got to do is show up. You can go to NXT. Triple H likes you. You know.
Yeah, they're besties.
Oh yeah, they're total besties.
They're like this. They're like peas and carrots.
Yep. They're like peanut butter and jelly.
Old Paul and Phil are buddy.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I think the couple name is Philip Paul, if I'm not mistaken. They love one another. Like they make a perfect match.
I think Triple H was invited to Punk's wedding, but then he got fired, so he didn't show up.
Robert calls him Johnny Crotch Spot.
Right?
That's got to be like his new chant from now on. Johnny Crotch Spot. That's good. I like that, Robert. Thank you. Yeah, even the joke about how the house will not be a prize this year.
That was great.
That was terrible. Like I loved this is how you should use nostalgia in WWE.
Yes.
Kind of give it that current flavor, kind of joke about it. You don't have to trot Goldberg back in the ring when he can't even go anymore. You need to do stuff like this. because
Mhm.
this works. You know, it works in other companies, and not just AEW. Like MLW has used a few of these like old nostalgic matches. They changed the name. You know, it's not War Games, it's the War Chamber. You know,
Yeah.
it
Blood and guts.
yeah, you know, like this is how it works. You don't just drag old timers into a ring when they clearly can't do it anymore and say, hey, go have a title match. You do a show like this and you kind of bring people back to when this stuff happened and you joke about it a little. You bring it to modern times a little bit, because they even had a doorknob cam or a
A
doorbell
doorbell
camera.
camera.
You know,
Yep.
like in your house with a doorbell camera. I never thought I'd see the day.
It was awesome.
But that's how you do it. You know, it's better that way. It freshens it up. It reminds you of what used to be, and then you laugh when you see, you know, Todd Pettengill talking about 900 numbers and AOL chats and all this bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, but that's the thing is like Triple H and Shawn and Road Dogg know how to do this stuff. They're as much in touch with what the fans want to see, and that's why I think NXT is so successful, because those guys actually semi sort of listen and they watch other stuff. They say they don't, but they do. And that's how they are at where they're at with their product.
No, I completely agree. And if anything, I just tell Vince McMahon, like, step back, stop trying to make it a WWE show like you do with Raw and SmackDown. Just let these guys do what they do, because they hit on a perfect formula that people love, and you're chipping away at that, trying to turn it into another version of, like, I don't care what you want to call it. You could say Black and Gold SmackDown or Raw. We don't need that. That's not what NXT was about. That's never what it was about. It was like, oh, well, the indies are killing us. Why don't we come up with some kind of show that makes it feel more like the indies and call it our
Yeah.
developmental brand and whatever. Just because they're part of your main roster now doesn't mean they have to do things the way that you do them.
Yep.
They dominated at Survivor Series
Yes.
because they did things differently. So let them do it. Just stop trying to manage it and let them do what they do. That's why they're here. But I'm trying to think of, man, anything else. I'm going through of like, okay, yeah, we covered Damian Priest pants because God, horrible.
Oh,
Covered
fucking.
some of the spots. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I almost felt bad for Keith Lee. It's like, how many times is this guy gonna almost have his eye ripped out by a hipster?
Both of them.
Both of
Both
them.
of them.
You know, both of them. Like I know, but I know whether he's champ or not, he's gonna wrestle again. He kind of needs to see. Can you get off his eyes with these keys? Like, what's wrong?
But I mean, I think it was perfectly played by Gargano. And the story they told about big man versus little man, David versus Goliath, was probably one of the better ones that I've seen in a while. Like, we see that story a lot, but that was told very well.
Yeah.
In my eyes.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I didn't expect it to be something like, you know, put in Marco Stunt versus your name here. Could be Archer, could be whoever. And I did not expect that to be Keith Lee and Johnny Gargano. There were just some moments where I was like, all right, he's winning this just a little too much. Just you know, just a little too much.
Yeah. No, I get it. I get what you're saying.
Like, there were points in that match where you actually thought he might win. You're like, holy, no. Really? Oh, thank God. Whew. You know, it built for high drama, which I liked, but at the same time, it's like, okay, just get to be much now. Let's end this. And once Keith Lee ended it, you knew it was over. It was like 2 spirit bombs, you know, just picking back up. Hit him with the Big Bang catastrophe.
The
right
Big
after.
Bang. Yeah, the Big Bang. That's why do they got such long names for their finish moves?
I don't know.
Why couldn't you just call it the Big Bang?
Right. It is that really an upgrade? Like, you got the Big Bang and then you have the Big Bang catastrophe. They kind of feel like the same thing.
Like,
It's just
why?
It's just a lot for me to get out of my mouth when I've already done a kickoff show and now I'm doing a wrap up show and I'm kind of, you know, tired. Been working these lips and I'm just like, Big blah, blah. Oh, he's going back
Yeah.
to the comments.
Yeah, Robert, he made a really good point. He said we have so much WWE content. They all look alike, but NXT is the WWE alternative, not the pro wrestling
Yeah,
alternative.
that's exactly what I was trying to say. They were like the underground for WWE, and
Yeah.
it was cool. I also like that he said NXT Fight Club featuring the Fight Pit.
Right?
That
But
would be like a cool network special where every now and then, like maybe once every few weeks, you just put a couple of people together in matches and you throw it on the network and you put them in that fight pit like Riddle and Thatcher and
there
just
you
let them
go, the
go
new
at it.
Brawl for All.
It's better than the Brawl for All. It really anything's better than the Brawl for All. Anything. Shockmaster's debut was better than the Brawl for All. There, I said it.
Wow. Okay.
What?
You
Oh,
said
you're
it. I
going.
said,
I saw
oh,
you
okay.
looking down. I thought you saw a comment that made you say, "Wow." I
No,
didn't
no,
even
no, no,
know.
no. I was you. That was me commenting on you.
Oh yeah, Johnny going through the plexiglass. Thank you, Peter. That was pretty fucking awesome
Yeah,
too.
I called that too.
That little like Adam Cole remix where he just gave him the pounce and boom right through the plexiglass.
Beth Phoenix made a comment after that. She goes, "I think we've got a new GIF."
Yep, that one will be out in the next, probably right after the angry CM Punk tweets.
Yeah.
I'm having a strong premonition about that one. We'll get the Punk tweet.
Premonition.
Just a very strong premonition that we'll get the Punk tweets, and then we'll get the GIF.
Yeah.
Shortly after that, we'll get the ice cream bars, which
I'm gonna start looking for them.
I'm telling you, man, I ate those when I was a kid. They were delicious. I was pissed when they went off the shelf. Like Ice Cream Men didn't have nobody. I was like, oh.
Oh man.
I saved up my lunch money and everything.
My mom don't know I'm getting this right now.
Right? She's at work. She don't know I'm spoiling my dinner. Cavities, here I come. You know.
I'll make sure I eat my veggies.
Oh yeah, Brussels sprouts. Yeah, sure. Never again. This ice cream bars. That's my breakfast now. Fuck all that. Shockmaster. Yeah, Robert's laughing at the Shockmaster comment. Still better than the Brawl for All, man. That was terrible.
Am I the only one that liked it?
It wasn't. The reason I say it was terrible is it got a lot of people hurt, and at the end, the winner just gets knocked out by Butterbean, and nothing really happens. So, like, why'd you do it? Like, even before Dark Side of the Ring, that was how I felt. Just
Yeah.
Why'd you do it? Because, like, Bart Gunn got into a legit fight with other professional wrestlers, beat them all.
Yeah.
And then his big reward was getting knocked retarded by Butterbean at WrestleMania in like 8 seconds.
Yeah.
Shouldn't there be something more for that? If you took all that time on TV to let it all play out and people got hurt, shouldn't you end up getting like some kind of title match? I'm not even saying like, you know, oh, it's going to be Bart Gunn and Stone Cold, but shouldn't you get like an Intercontinental title match? Or
Yeah.
He was part of, going into that, he was part of like the WWE version of Midnight Express with Bob Holly.
He was also part of the Smoking Guns.
Oh, I know, before that, but then
Yeah.
at the time of the Brawl for All, he was actually part of the new Midnight Express, and he had to fight Bob Holly in the first round, his tag team partner. So he wins the Brawl for All. How about you give Midnight Express a tag team title match, or give him an Intercontinental title match? You don't have to like push him to the moon, but give him something as a reward other than some goofy gloves and being knocked silly by Butterbean. You know?
Yeah. I don't know. That part was retarded about it. They could have definitely done it a whole different way. And I think that's why they were talking about bringing it back to do it better.
Well, that's why. Also, it's why I like this fight pit, because it makes things look legit when it isn't. It adds that extra level of like intensity, because we obviously saw like Matt Riddle, even in losing that match, was on another level that you hadn't seen him at. Like the aggression in him going after Thatcher, even after his teeth popped out.
Now, we're basically turning this into the NXT's Hell in a Cell here. and eventually they're gonna get. It's gonna get. They're gonna have like that match was built for Thatcher and Matt Riddle. They're both cage fighters. It was built for them. That's but putting like a Finn Balor and some other guy that just wrestles in a fight pit, like I don't think it'd be that good.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it would either. You'd have to do like Scorsese said, get shooters and put them in these fight pit matches.
Yeah.
Even if it's not like NXT specifically, you get shooters from all over WWE and you put them in the fight pit matches. You have like a little network special every now and then, have 2 or 3 fights. That would be kind of cool. But I don't know if you could just do it. Don't do it as like a pay-per-view, like we were talking about, like Hell in a Cell, and every match isn't in a Hell in a Cell. Have a fight pit where every match is going to be in the fight pit. I don't care if it's 2 or 3. Just have them all in the fight pit. Don't call it that and then give us matches in a regular ring.
Yeah.
No. All fight pits. Our NXT champ, Brian, just chimed in with boxing on a wrestling show? He's like, I'm still shocked Vince gave the green light to that Brawl for All. I am too, but at the time,
that was the big craze, the no rules boxing, and UFC had just hit mainstream. And
true. And it was
a big
also
trend.
It was also during the Monday Night Wars, and they were searching for ideas that nobody else was doing, and certainly nobody else was doing this in a wrestling promotion. So he thought, this will probably give me an edge up on WCW and Nitro at the time. It didn't, but that's what he thought. So it probably went ahead as scheduled, and then afterwards, when WCW was still winning the ratings battle, he probably looked at it and went, maybe I shouldn't have done that. But he's not going to tell you that.
No, hell no.
Because he's Vince McMahon. He's never wrong. Ever. Well, except for when Triple H hits 25 years, and then he'll come out randomly on a ramp and tell you all the things he did wrong. Like, oh, Katie Vick, that was horrible. Oh, a hand. Can you believe she had a hand? Oh, I don't get it. I thought it was good shit. And there go my comments again. Sorry, guys. Technology's a bitch. But yeah, he's never going to tell you that. But he probably regrets it. I'm sure Dark Side of the Ring tried to reach out to him for comment, for his thoughts on it, and he
that'll never happen.
The funniest thing is, no matter what these Dark Side of the Ring episodes are with Corny and Russo involved, they're always on the opposite sides fighting over shit.
It doesn't matter.
Like the Montreal Screwjob, they are literally bending over backwards to fight over whose idea it was. And it was a fucking horrible idea, by the way. But they're fighting over who came up with. Oh, I came up with it because I brought up this from wrestling and 30 years ago, where the guy got bit, where it looked like the guy got bit, but his manager bit him. And then Russo's just like, nah, Corny was in the bathroom, and I told him, Vince, let's do this, And they're trying to take credit for one of the worst goddamn ideas in wrestling history.
Yeah. Can
we put them in a fight pit?
I would love to. Please, dear God, do it.
Yeah,
put them in a fight pit on a pole match and fucking call it good.
Can we do that? Can we stick them in a fight pit together, just Corny versus Russo, and make it a death match? That would be great.
And we'll put a loser gets their podcast / YouTube revoked, so we ain't got to listen to one of them.
Yeah, really. Loser can never do a show ever again. Not a podcast, not a YouTube show, not a nothing.
Oh, please, dear God.
Oh, please, someone make this happen. Vince, if you're listening, there's money.
Money.
Vince, let me speak in your own terms. It's an attraction.
Yes.
I got to make sure he understands. Let's see. Robert asked, did anyone notice it's possible to do a scaffold match on WWE?
I think that's a big negative.
Yeah, I mean, the closest thing we saw was, again, the fight pit, because they had that little tiny
platform at the top.
And you probably could, but I don't think you should. I don't think they ever will, too. And there's one big reason for that. Owen Hart.
Yeah. Brian said, put Corny and Russo in an electrified ring and a barbed wire steel cage.
How
Fuck
about those?
yeah.
How about one of those old school like Japanese cage death matches where they put a like something that looks like a bomb on a timer and they got two guys in a cage and the bomb comes down and if you're still in the cage you're getting blown up. But we don't let Corny or Russo out of the cage. Like they're climbing, we're hitting them with tasers, we're shoving them back in until the bomb comes down. Then we're like, oops, my bad.
Sorry.
That could
Perfect.
work.
I'm down. I'm game. Let's book it.
I'd love to book it somewhere.
On the first Top Rope Wrestling Talk event, pay-per-view. That's our main event.
Top Rope Wrestling Talk presents All Splat.
Yes.
Oh man, people would be climbing over one another for tickets. Like, oh my god, they're gonna blow up. This is gonna be great. And I swear, if they try and back out, like at least me, Bruce, and Evil Evan will just grab them and drag them back into the ring. Just, nope, you signed a contract.
I think we get every wrestler they ever talk shit about outside the ring as lumberjacks.
Yes.
So if they do try to leave,
like the entire AEW roster, just line them.
Anybody in any company, just there around the ring.
Oh no, I'm just saying it would be real easy. Like,
oh yeah,
one quick phone call. Hey Tony, we got Corny and he's about to explode. We need you to get the roster, keep him in the ring. They'd be there in 5 minutes. Oh, put Corny in. Let Paulie book Corny and Russo in an ECW grudge match. But yeah, then somebody's got to win. I want something where they both just get killed.
A Taipei death match inside an electrified fence.
There we go.
With a bomb.
There we go. All of it. Every gruesome, oh my God, we shouldn't do that anymore kind of gimmick for a match. We just put it in.
And it's a hell in a cell. It's a hell in a cell.
In fact, it's a war chamber. It's a cage on top of a cage on top of a cage.
Yes. The bomb goes through tears.
Yes. And by the way, once the cage goes down, there's no doors.
Yep. You're
stuck.
So
you can climb, you can kiss your ass goodbye. Either way, you're probably dead. That's fitting of Corny and Russo. I'm sorry. I had to say it.
And that beef.
And again, now we have completely derailed from NXT TakeOver.
Actually, I think we talked about everything else, and then we kind of fucking derailed.
We did.
Actually, it was actually the comments that made us derail. I'm just
okay. Group's fault.
Yeah,
that's all right. We'll take it. You guys are talking about it. We'll take it.
All right,
God.
Peter.
And again,
have a good night.
Good night, Peter. I love that he stays up till like 3-4 o'clock in the morning just to listen to us talk this shit. It's ridiculous. It's like, I love you, dude. We can't even get Hope to do that, or we'd bring her on. She's probably too high. That's
because I got high. Because I got high.
I was gonna come on your show, and then I got high. But yeah, guys, Takeover was a blast. I had a bunch of fun. I'm beyond happy for EO. I think she's great.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad she finally got that title in her hands, because just seeing how close she came with Shayna Baszler, and then, apparently she started a trend because she turned heel and she attacked Candice. Now Candice is a heel, so
right.
So to see it all kind of culminate with her standing there and the confetti coming down, like Mara's like kind of Japan style, old school style, holding that belt in the middle of the ring. It was like, oh, feels.
I just want you to know she's now a baby face.
You would think it's going to be interesting.
It is. She's gonna keep the edginess that she has, but she's gonna be a baby face. She's gonna be like a Ciampa baby face. She's gonna have an edge.
She's gonna be one of those hybrid characters that like kind of baby face, kind of heel, kind of just thrown together. But she's EO, so you really don't care.
Just like they did with Becky.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I think honestly that's all we got, and we're getting a little late here, so I guess we'll sign off for now, and we will be back to you next Thursday.
Fuck yeah, I'm back.
With a regular show, hopefully with all four horsemen, and we will again go live in Facebook so you guys can kind of enjoy the recording, get involved, give us some questions, give us your comments, because that's been going so well between Drunk Upon a Top Rope, the last couple recordings we did. Like, without you guys, the show would not have been as good. So we will be back here next Thursday to record our episode, get everything going, get everyone involved that we can. And again, if you're watching this on YouTube and you don't know, come to Top Rope Wrestling Talk on Facebook and invite yourself. You get to basically get a look and get involved in our episodes before they even come out.
Yeah.
Kind of a perk. You also have prediction forms. You have us talking about anything. You can post anything wrestling related. The only things we take down is if they're duplicates.
Yep.
And sometimes we even let them go. Because fuck it.
Depends on what kind of day it is.
It just depends on how busy we are. But you can definitely find us there. You can get glimpses. We're also on Twitter at Top Rope WT. And of course, Instagram, which is at top_rope_wrestling_talk.
Yes.
Brucey already dropped a live video for us. Either myself or Evil Evan or Wendy will be doing the next one. And we've got a lot of stuff up there, a lot of Evil Evan originals, a lot of my goofy shit. Trying to get Bruce and Wendy to throw a few pictures up there, but we'll get there. We'll get there. And you can find this show if you're into podcasts or you want to take us on the go at anchor.fm/TRWT. Our website pops up. You'll see all our platforms, which are pretty much everywhere podcasts you are enjoyed, like Apple Podcasts, Spotify. We even got iHeartRadio, which you will not find there. But if you go to iHeartRadio and search for Top Rope Wrestling Talk, you will find us. You can follow us. You can listen to us there if you have the app, or if you're just on your computer. It's pretty cool. I'm trying to think, did I cover every? Oh, and of course, to the guys in Top Rope Wrestling Talk, or anyone that's just maybe checking us out for the first time, please come to Fox Den Productions and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Just search for Fox Den Productions. We're one of maybe 3, and we're the only one that's active. You will see Top Rope Wrestling Talk in the banner at the top. You know you're in the right place. And if you are watching this video for the first time when we get it on YouTube, in the bottom right-hand corner, you're going to see a little Fox Den Production logo. If you click that, it'll ask you if you want to subscribe. So it's literally click, click, done.
Yep.
I set it up that way. I'm good. I know I say I'm the master of none, but that's kayfabe.
Why you gotta break it, bro?
Everybody else does. I figured I can too. I kept it
worst.
alive till I was in my 40s. I can break it now too. I look nothing like David Schultz. I can break kayfabe whenever I want.
Okay.
But yeah, we have, and you will not only see Top Rope Wrestling Talk, you'll see the other 2 shows that we're currently doing. Mutant Rejects, which is myself, my wife, and my brother. We talk about everything X-Men, MCU. We do movie reviews. We do interviews. We do all kinds of good stuff. There's also Drunk Upon a Time, which is really funny and really just random. Like, people just basically throw stuff out to talk about. We crack jokes. We have drinks. It's great. It's a wonderful show to kick back and watch and just enjoy. And it's a lot of content in one place. So if you're looking for something to do, Fox Den Productions has got you. We got a little something for everybody. You may even see my wife on a few of these shows because she co-hosts Rejects with me, and she pops in on Drunk Upon a Time with her itty-bitty bottles of wine. It's so funny. It's like, I have an airplane bottle of wine. But for now, for the high-class one, for me, we will see you next Thursday.
Fuck yeah.
Thank everybody for getting involved in Takeover, and congratulations to all the champs, especially Brian and Kathy, for being tied for first place.
Congratulations, guys.
You guys rock. We will see you soon. Peace.
Deuces.
Sim Squad Fly Boys, that's my logo. You already know though. It's PBS and Nation Gang. My niggas getting dodo. You pussy niggas, Frodo's fucking hobos looking so-so. 4K shot in slow-mo, haters salty like a dobo. But Coco, we get loco. Hit them cashin' so no. You rap it, then we live it, cause we Stokely on the promo. We classy, Freddy, blasty, bitches, why you acting sassy? Can't stop and I won't stop. Guess I'm Diddy to your Cassie. No shiny suits, I'm spazzing. You ashy, I'm so flashy. Talking out your ass, goddammit, I'm just speaking cash shit. Haters get the shake it like they mama named the catch it. Father, all these rap wrestlers pay homage to me bastards. Sorry, I don't claim you. That's just what this fame do. Oh, you ain't down with Dream Team.